It's on. All right. So I guess I'll start it off. Woo.
Yeah,
okay.
Have fun with this.
Yeah. Don't worry. I got this. I'm a little out of practice, but it's okay. What is up, guys, and welcome to the VisualWood Podcast, episode number 44. And
Brought to you by SoundCloud.
Obviously. Wow, it's been a while.
Yeah.
We haven't talked to each other for 3 months, Tatum.
Yeah, so what's been going on with you for 3 months? Like, basically, these are just a void for me. These 3 months didn't exist, okay? It was just the last VisualWood episode and then today, all right? So so I really have no stories to tell. What about you?
Amazing. I don't know. It's been weird not having VisualWood every week.
There certainly wasn't an outcry for it or anything, right? Like,
Nah.
This was one of those series that you put up on your channel just as a bit of a test, and then, it's not working out, so you just leave it, and, maybe the odd guy says, hey, this was really cool, is it coming back? But you let him down, you say, yeah, don't worry about it, and then that's that, right? Like, no one was really pining for VisualWood. It was a quirk.
Yeah.
And yet here we are, so do you wanna explain that?
Well, since a lot of people were saying, oh, bring back VisualWood, we want it so bad, and blah, blah, blah. So we were like, okay, you know what? We'll get together and do a VisualWood and see how it works. So it's going to be on SoundCloud. So if you want to follow us on SoundCloud, that would probably be best if you want to listen to the later episodes when we do have it out. I don't know if there's a schedule for it yet. We'll just see where people would watch it. Because it's not going to be on the channel anymore unless I make its own individual channel for VisualWood.
Wow, that would be pretty crazy. Can I just say as well, congratulations to you, and a bit of a pat on myself, on my own back here. I think we were pretty good in the face of overwhelming, outcry to bring it back. We were pretty good. We were pretty stoic, pretty stony-faced, just saying, VisualWood is on hold for now, and, not pushing it any further than that. I think we did pretty good. That's like a corporate kind of shove-off that a lot of people end up being able to do, It's like, why aren't you making my favorite game? And the developer's like, this is not in our vision right now. And then they leave it there. I thought they were pretty professional.
And now we are going to mess up all your dreams. You think that VisualWood was the best podcast ever? Guess what? This is gonna change our mind.
Yeah. Now we're just gonna break it. It will just, oh god.
Now it's just gonna be rubbish. It's just like, oh.
All right,
man.
What we are right now, we are Scrubs Season 9. That's what we are right now. You see, the best season.
Ooh.
When everybody wanted to keep watching, and had all your favorite characters returning. There's got to be other stuff, but I think that's a pretty good comparison. That's what I'm scared of right now.
I think we should start off with a nice audio adventure.
Oh my god! Right? Okay. All right.
Are you ready?
So,
ready?
So do you want to recap people what this is? This weird feature we once did once upon a time.
The audio adventure is basically I record something that goes on in my life. And the other person.
Whoa, what do you mean? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
well,
I thought you were just like,
or vice versa,
Oh, yeah.
And the other person has to try to figure out, what it is, just by listening to the audio. So,
all right, here we go. I'm playing it. I'd just like to tell everyone this took Matt like 2 seconds to do before we recorded this. So this is shading my guess as to what it could be. All right, I'm going to need to replay that. I was talking the whole way through it. All right, here we go. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me, one more. I think I know what this is, but I don't know why you would have one or what you're doing with it. So, all right, I've got a question for you. When you went to record this, did you do it just for making the sound, or were you actually doing something?
What do you mean? Yeah, I was doing something.
Okay. All right, well, how many guesses did I get? 3, was it? 3 guesses?
3 guesses. I didn't think it would be that hard. Go ahead.
Well, I think you've got a lighter. Are you flicking a lighter?
Uh-huh.
Why, though? Why? I don't get it. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Well, the only thing in your lifestyle I can imagine you would need that for is if you have a gas, like, hob, and you're lighting it to, you know, set it going, and then you put your soup on there, your stew, your biscotti, whatever. Why else would you have one of these? What are you, burning bugs? There's like a spider in the room, and you're like, you know, you got the aerosol ready.
Oh, is that your second guess?
No, that's a stupid guess. Oh, okay.
Third?
Why would you have a lighter? Is it your birthday and you're lighting the candles on a cake?
You're close. I'll give you another one.
What? Oh, just a candle. Just you've got candles.
There you go.
Oh my god, you've got candles, really now? Wow, so you've come to the dark side now. For those that might not remember, many months ago, oh my god, that was a Christmas present, okay? This most recent Christmas, I got a candle as a gift, and I thought it was an amazing gift. I've still got one, actually. It set off this whole thing where I have candles on my desk now. And are you seriously doing this now?
Yeah, I have it lit up right now. Smelling fantastic.
Is it scented, or is it just for ambiance?
Oh, it's scented, my friend.
What is the scent?
I actually have no idea.
What do you mean you have no idea?
It doesn't
did you
say
buy
anything.
it, or did your wife buy it?
My wife brought it home. She got it as a gift from one of her kids, and it's
Oh,
like
what? This isn't. No,
it's like in a jar. It's like in a jar, and I guess they made it by themselves. I guess.
Okay. Is it the kind of candle where you light it, and once it's all burnt down, it's just a glass jar that's left, which you can use for other things like making jams and stuff?
Oh,
is it like that?
It is a glass jar like that, but I doubt that you'll be able to get the wax out. That'd be crazy.
What do you mean? You just clean it out. How wide open is the top?
It's not that wide. It's like 70% of how big the bottle is.
I think I'm gonna need a picture of this candle, because most candles are pretty good. If they do come in that glass jar, you can use it for other stuff. Like, for example, you think that the end of the world is coming, and you put all of the glass jars outside, it rains, you get stocks of water, which will help you survive when the pipes go out.
With a little bit of wax in it, yeah. A little bit of wax taste, you know?
Yeah.
Get that blood pumping.
Or you could clean it thoroughly. I actually think wax isn't... Alright, which do you think is more damaging to, like, eat? Charcoal or wax?
Okay, I feel like there's an obvious answer, and I'm gonna choose charcoal. No,
charcoal
wax,
is more damaging
wax.
to eat.
Wax.
Why is wax more damaging to eat than charcoal?
I don't know. I've seen people eat wood before. Isn't charcoal just like really, really overburnt wood?
Yeah,
Kinda?
I think I don't know. Maybe there's something special about charcoal, but I think it is. It's just you burn a log and then what's left. But you would have to stop burning it at some point because otherwise it just turns to ashes, right? So I guess it's like some weird middle ground. But no, I think charcoal is totally fine to eat because people say if you were in the Amazon or something and you see one of those like little yellow frogs that are really toxic and you either try to eat it or, you know, it stings you or something. If you are poisoned, if you eat charcoal, it goes through your digestive system just fine, but for some reason charcoal like will save you from poisons, like it absorbs poison and stuff and toxin, and you can stay alive. Found out that the other day. It would be nasty as all hell to do it, but apparently it's totally fine to eat. And like Japanese people have charcoal sushi and stuff. Or like charcoal flavored crisps. It's like a really common like ingredient. I'm becoming a bit of a
black
weirdo.
bread also in Japan. Like,
dude, really full on black bread. I'm gonna have to link you this. I saw a completely black burger, like a complete hamburger. Everything in it was like full on black, and it looked. I don't know. Here's a Google image. The lettuce isn't black in this one, but it looks so weird. Apparently, it's tasty.
Yeah,
but again,
that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, what is this?
Oh my gosh. I don't think that's. I can't say that. Oh, that doesn't look natural because man, there's some other stuff out there, but I don't know if I would be okay eating that. I don't know if I'll be okay with poop colored bread. Okay, I don't think I should be putting that in my mouth.
What if it tasted totally normal though? Totally the same as anything else you would have expected.
You could probably do like a. It's funny. It's because you know like tasting something is like there's some visual in there. There's a little bit of smell in there. You know, like if you were to put a regular burger and then one of those burgers and then blindfold you, I wonder, would you be able to taste the difference?
Yeah, right.
Between them?
Here's another one, okay? Would you eat what is in that picture? For people who are just listening to the audio, they don't want to like see this image, okay? It's I guess you guys call them French fries, okay? Chips for me in England, and slathered all over them looks like thick purple paint. You see that image? Would you eat that?
Yeah.
Do you know what that is? The purple
No,
paint?
I don't. But I would try one. I mean, one can't kill me if it's being served by somebody.
Apparently, what is in that image, that is purple ketchup. That is tomato sauce, red sauce.
Have you seen green ketchup? The Hulk ketchup? I think it was from McDonald's. They had that going around. No. Was it McDonald's or was it Taco Bell?
Well, at least green. You get green tomatoes, don't you? So and at least it's green. It's like kind of healthy. Purple. What in nature is like purple? This looks like you're eating acrylic. But apparently the taste is no different at all. But I've got to be honest, I don't think I could eat that. I'm not a very picky eater, but that just looks way too weird to me.
It looks a little sludgy, you know?
Yeah.
Like a little thick. It doesn't really look like it looks like a smoothie being covered over fries instead of it being just ketchup. Maybe it's just weird. The color or the camera.
Yeah, it's weird that literally just because we're used to ketchup looking red, that second picture I gave you looks so much more delicious. And it's literally like you could take that in Photoshop and just change the color. But that looks super delicious to me. And it's literally just, red's pretty weird as well as a color, I suppose. Let me ask you this as well. Do you like it all over or in a blob? Because let me guess. I think, all right?
All right.
I think you like it in a blob.
I kind of do like it in a blob. I'm a clean eater. I don't like messy hands. I get a little bit weird.
Well, you can use a knife and fork.
Yeah, well, yeah. See, if I have a knife, if I have a fork, I don't really use knives. If I have a fork, I would spread it around. Like especially cheesy fries. Your hands are gonna get messy anyway.
Yeah.
Like there's certain things I'll use my hands for. Like I'm not gonna use a knife and fork for it to eat buffalo wings. Like it's just not gonna happen. I'm gonna get in there. But usually I kind of like boneless wings.
So it's literally just a thing about being clean. Let me ask you this as well, right? Like what's do you know what a roast dinner is? Okay, think of like your Thanksgiving dinner, yeah? Right?
Yeah.
When you eat Thanksgiving, do you get your fork and you get a little bit of turkey on there, a little bit of stuffing, some potatoes, some shallots, whatever, Brussels sprouts. Do you get it all loaded up on there? Straight in the mouth? Or do you have to like do it in little segments like some kind of crazy OCD person?
No, I kind of like a little bit of everything on my fork.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's damn right.
That's the way I eat it. I love a little bit of everything. So I don't really care if it's organized well, really. Like sometimes way back in the day, my mom used to cook stuff and we didn't really have that much money, so we have like mashed potatoes and maybe like one other thing, and maybe I'll add like some cheese into it, and then I put it all together in a big sludge and just eat it. Like it tasted so good because you didn't have to worry about like taking one piece of potato, one piece of chicken, and all that, and rub it up in the cheese. No, you just put it all together, just stuff it in your mouth.
Cheese sounds kind of weird with that meal. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't remember what I used to do it with. I'm pretty sure it was potatoes and maybe some corned beef and corn.
Beef?
Yeah,
really?
And corn. Yeah. And
that sounds like a trashy meal. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds crazy.
Hey, don't corned beef. You never taste corned beef before?
No, I like corned beef. It's just it's like, I don't know.
You go to the Jamaican store, or I guess the the Caribbean store would be more accurate. Caribbean store, get some hardo bread, and then do the corned beef. Oh my gosh! Oh, so good.
Do you have that with like a spiced loaf for sandwich, right? For lunch, sorry.
Yeah, man. We used to take it to the beach back in Miami. We used to make a bunch of those. Get like a big thing of hardo bread and 2 cans of corned beef. Make it. Put it in between the slices, and you're good to go. Like it's a done deal. It's fantastic bread, man.
I used to love corned beef, but I only really have it now if I get like sweet pickle, and you have it in like a sandwich. Corned beef and pickle sandwich. That's some good stuff right there.
You and pickles. You know, I have a jar of pickles that I've been enjoying. I don't know why.
What? Don't say it like that. That's like you're literally just like ramming the spoon in there and just eating the pickles.
You can't just ram a spoon in there. You gotta use a fork, man. You gotta.
What are you talking? No, look, it's a condiment. You have it with something. Like you have like.
Pickle.
I'll tell you what, like mashed potato with like cold pickle and then like cold chicken or something. That is fine cuisine right there. That's some good stuff.
You were saying before about the candle jar and using it to gain water, and you said you could clean it out. So would you waste water cleaning out the jar?
Yeah, well, okay.
And
look,
soap that you need to use to wash yourself. So you're gonna be basically everything in your house is gonna be clean after the apocalypse, but you're not gonna be clean. You're gonna be a little bit smelly.
Yeah, well, look, there's two timelines here. There's before the apocalypse, when I can be wasteful and slothful and, use up all this energy and water and stuff and, in general, be a detriment to the planet. And then there's after the apocalypse, when I am much more frugal, That's the whole thing. Like, you got to eat lots and drink lots and do lots right now so, you can survive after everything comes over. And ultimately, you're saved by the Japanese or whatever, whoever survived, whoever did the bombing. I'm assuming this apocalypse is because of nuclear war, not necessarily that Satan has risen up.
I missed my segue, but since we were talking about potatoes, and
right,
and
dude, I am a potato.
Potatoes,
you can
right?
use that segue. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. And this guy made a Kickstarter. I haven't seen. I was looking up a bunch of Kickstarters, and I came across something called potato salad. A Kickstarter, this guy was asking for $10 to make a potato salad. He ended up getting $55,000.
Was this for the... Maybe I have heard of this. I thought I heard of someone making a burger. And he did exactly what you just said. It was a Kickstarter thing where everyone just paid him loads of money to make the very best burger ever. But maybe it was a potato salad, and I just sort of changed it in my mind because I thought... You could make a much better burger. Like, how would you spend? How much money did you say you got?
$55,000.
How would you spend $55,000 on a single potato salad? I really think about that right now. The most expensive potato in the world.
He's not, though. You know what he ended up doing? He ended up making it into a funny thing because the rewards are like, oh, you get a photo of me making the potato salad, blah, blah, blah. Like, a lot of funny stuff like that for the rewards. But he didn't just take the money and run. He kind of went along with the joke about making a potato salad. He made all these videos about behind the scenes with the potato salad. Oh, it's going to change the world. Oh, like it's actually pretty entertaining, So I'm like this guy really got $55,000 to make a potato salad. I wonder what was the thing that made people like, you know what, I want to donate to that. I want to.
Yeah, because it has to get to a certain height first, right? Before you're actually interested in being a part of something special. Be honest here. What do you think of more? Like how funny it is, or is there a little part of you? Because there's definitely a big part of me that thinks this is like, damn, I should have done that. Like when Fish Plays Pokemon came along, right? Or not Fish Plays Pokemon, Twitch Plays Pokemon. When that came along. I was like, God damn, this is such a genius idea. Why didn't I think of this? And I think the same thing of this potato salad thing too. It's like, yeah, you want 50 grand? Think about the amount of people who are in the hole and just need 50 grand to get started and do something. Yeah. And this was the genius of it. You rewind a couple of months and you just set up that Kickstarter page. Boom, there you go.
Such is life. Such is life. You know what I would do with $55,000?
What would you do with $55,000?
You know what? I would probably get a car. I'm not gonna even lie. I'll probably get a car, pay it off. Nothing expensive either. Nothing expensive either because I like the train. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this dang train. Like walking every time to get your grocery. It just got real in this podcast. I would probably be thinking about a car. I probably would be thinking. But what I would do with most of the money,
make the potato salad. You'd be honest to your Kickstarter people.
Well, obviously. Well, I'm talking about with the extra cash.
No, none of it's extra, right? They're donating for the potato salad. You're a monster if you spend anything on anything else.
If I had money, I would probably invest it to make more money. because really
don't
I'm not
say
type
that.
of,
That's so boring.
it
You have to
it
take that off
is
the table.
it is, but the thing is that I can't just spend that amount of money and not feel like it hurt me in some type of way, you know.
What
Like
was
I have to save. Like I would stay if I was making a lot of money, I would stay in this little tiny apartment that I've had, save up a ton, and get something like awesome later on, and just keep investing, keep getting money back over and over and over again until I'm like well off, and I don't have to worry about working anymore.
It's like being famous because you're famous, except you have money because you have money. And sadly, like, that works so well. What was that big, like, corporate acquisition that happened a couple of months ago for $3 billion? Someone bought something for $3 billion.
What do you mean? Like, Amazon
There was
buying...
like a big company that was bought for $3 billion, and it seemed like ridiculous. It's like, why would you ever have bought this? It was huge.
I know. All right, so we know that. What was it? Amazon who bought Twitch, or all right. Let's go through all of them.
Well, Amazon
there was
did
a
buy
false
Twitch.
thing about Google buying Twitch, but then it was
Amazon did it.
Amazon. Then Microsoft bought Mojang, which is the makers
That's
of
it.
Minecraft.
That's the one. That's the one
Okay.
I'm talking about.
Okay,
That was $3 billion. The other big one was Oculus being bought by Facebook
Right.
for a lot of money too. But
So
that was
those
actually
are the big three right there.
Yeah, but okay, so the buying Mojang, like, this was crazy to me when it came out. Like, I am so pessimistic that there is anything that company or that, well, okay, maybe short of like them Microsoft trying to make like a Minecraft 2, which is a crazy friggin' idea, right? But short of that, I cannot see that company and those people as being anything more than a one-hit wonder. Like, anything they ever do will never be better than Minecraft. So it seems crazy to me that people could spend that much money. So now I pose the question to you. Screw the 50,000. Like, that's not fun, because there's all this practical stuff you can talk about. $3 billion. What do you spend it on, okay? You're already set with your investments and stuff, so I'm not letting you do that.
Yeah, that's pretty... Yeah, you're pretty much set. There's no way I would be able to spend $3 billion in my lifetime.
Oh, I could. Come on.
Oh my gosh, dude, but why? So much money.
Well, because look, there's going to be a point where you're dead anyway, all right?
Right.
And all that life is getting people to remember you. Right? I think if you really, really, really pragmatically look at it, that's all that it is, okay? I watched a movie called The Fault in Our Stars recently where they're like, oh, not everybody has to remember you after you're dead, you know? Some infinities are bigger than others. And it was kind of a cheesy but fun kind of movie. But screw that, okay?
Everyone in the world... The Fault? What?
The Fault in Our Stars. It's about this girl who has got...
Yeah, it's a book by the Vlog Brothers.
The Vlog Brothers?
Yeah,
It's
a YouTuber. Yeah, like a very, very big YouTuber. And he made that. I have the movie, but I haven't been able to watch it yet.
It's a good movie. It is. There's this really stupid thing in it, right? Where there's this guy who has a terminal illness, right? There's no spoilers at all. But when she first meets this guy with this terminal illness, or he had a terminal illness, he has this cigarette in his mouth and he's not lighting it. And she's like, oh, why aren't you lighting the cigarette? And he's like, because it's a metaphor. You know, I put the cigarette stick in my mouth, you know, death is right here. It's so close and yet I don't light it. I don't give it that control over me. It's the cheesiest, stupidest thing, and I cringe so... The movie overall is so good, but every scene this guy's in, he's walking around this complete doofus with an unlit cigarette in his mouth, and she, like, totally falls for him over it. It's ridiculous. But yeah,
the author
$3 billion.
is John Green. That's one of the Vlog Brothers. John Green, and then the other guy is Hank Green. They do like
I
a
didn't
lot
know
of
that
like
he was on YouTube.
Yeah, they do a lot of informative stuff. He calls his fans nerd fighters. Like, it's a big community thing, and he writes books. And they do like science channels and basically teaching. A lot of good stuff.
Do you think in like 50 years, anyone famous out there will have an online presence similar to that of a YouTuber, so you can connect really directly to them? That this whole idea of famous people existing layers behind the public, you know, is just going to burn down and go away. Like, you see people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, who have all of this praise and applaud and stuff because they're this AAA dude, right? This, you know, A star celebrity, and they have this incredible online presence where they vlog and, you know, communicate with people on, you know, areas like Reddit, right? They don't hide. They just say, oh, look, this is what you know, they hang out in fitness and stuff all the time. Like, do you think that's just going to be the norm in the future, or people are going to hate it and hide from it, and because I think it will be. I think people are going to get ridiculed.
I think it would be normal. I mean, it's crazy how things have progressed over the years. I mean, before this stuff wasn't even possible, and now it just keeps growing over and over again. Like years ago, it took what was it? Was it 39 years for a radio to reach 50 million viewers? Then it took TV 13 years for it to reach 50 million viewers. Then it took like the internet 2 years.
Really?
To reach 50
wow.
million. Like it's like it just keeps growing and growing and growing and growing. It's pretty ridiculous. YouTube has become a thing. Like it's ingrained in everything now. Even like Facebook. Facebook has like 50 million people on it monthly. Like unique users. I'm like, what? I was like looking up all this information on statistics, and it was just like, geez, I didn't know Facebook was still that big. I thought it was gonna phase out like MySpace, like my like MySpace. But apparently, it's not phasing out at all. Apparently, it's stronger than ever. So I'm like, wow, okay.
Here's like some perspective on that number as well for people. You just said what, 40 million people on Facebook?
50, yeah.
Right? World War II, the deadliest conflict in all of human history, had anywhere between 50 million to 85 million fatalities.
What?
Literally, it's like saying everyone on Facebook just, like dwarfs even the enormity of World War II.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's pretty insane, right? It's kind of weird, though, to me, the way that, I've started watching, not a lot of it, it's too kind of American and stuff, but I've watched quite a few clips of the Jimmy Fallon show, and it's interesting to me that the guy is, I guess the people that produce the show are so happy to reference Reddit as a website and talk about stuff that goes on there. And, I think on 2 occasions at least now, he's produced videos, uploaded them to YouTube and watched them go viral just because it's, like the magic mix or whatever, and basically done it as a prank on the people on the internet. I find it really interesting that you have people referencing websites like this where, at the exact same time, Reddit is also a website where, people are... like stuff like the fappening happened, right? Do you remember that? Where all these celebrity nudes were leaked and stuff, and it was this incredibly, terrible thing that many people who are on regular TV hate. And yet it's the exact same place that people are so openly joking about on the Jimmy Fallon show and stuff. And it's weird, like, how that stuff's just blending now. And I'm so curious in, 30 years where TV especially is going to be with, regards to basically better entertainment you can find on the internet on your own terms as well.
Yeah, it's strange because it's the difference between YouTube and TV is that TV, you always have this certain amount of viewers. And it's funny, when I was looking up ratings for some of my favorite shows, like it's around sometimes 2 million to 6 million. Like for one of the biggest shows is like 6 million viewers for each show. And I'm like,
yeah, you compare that to like a
wow.
music video on YouTube now where it's like
Yeah.
hundreds of millions. Or
It's
friggin'
ridiculous.
Gangnam Style, over 1 billion. Yeah, it is crazy. I recently marathoned my way through Friends, and in the 3 months that never existed between the VisualWood podcast. And as I watched through it, when I finished, I went to Wiki and started looking up. And I think the Friends finale is in the top 5 finales or all time ever watched by audiences. But we're still only talking around 11 million people or something tuned in. And that's one of the biggest TV events that's ever occurred. I think the Super Bowl is bigger than that pretty much every year, but it's crazy when you really compare numbers that you start seeing online to how small, I guess. It's crazy to think just a show I love watching, okay, is this British comedy show called Peep Show. And this show is
this is gotta be good.
Dude, no, it's amazing. Peep Show is amazing. Everyone needs to watch it. It's so good. Actually, it got kind of bad in the past few seasons. I think people don't mention that enough. Everyone's always like, oh, it's so good. Everybody watch it. And it's true. It is amazing. It's one of my favorite TV shows ever. But the past few seasons have been kind of crappy. Anyway, when that comes out on Channel 4, it gets well under 1 million views. Way under. And it's so weird to think that there are people putting out daily videos on random video games that get more viewership than, this TV show, which has entire teams of people to write it, produce it, film it, everything. It's crazy. It also makes you think that advertisers for online videos must be making a mint. Because if like Peep Show can exist and it can make profit for people just because it's on TV and they get money from advertisements on TV, the advertisers must pay far higher premiums for screen space on television than they do for screen space online. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. I mean, and Google's taking a big cut of what we make.
Yeah, right.
Like,
It's
a lot of
crazy.
people think like it's Google doesn't take a cut, like it's only the split that you have with your network. No, Google takes a cut before that, and then the network takes a cut of that. You know,
Yeah,
like I think it's what like Google takes like it's not
60%?
Is it 60%?
I thought it was 60-40 to Google first, and then whatever your negotiated terms were with your specific network.
Right.
That.
So like a lot of your money is just gone. Gone. Yeah. So
but even if you look at the full 100%, I reckon that's still way lower than what advertisers are paying people on television.
I mean, like it's like a whole like, well, how much is a commercial break? Like 2 minutes?
Something like that. I don't know. It's different.
3 minutes? Yeah, it is different for each show.
You have more. You have more commercial breaks than we do. You have 3 per half-an-hour episode, right? Isn't that true?
I haven't watched
States?
TV in a long time.
Oh, don't say that. That makes you sound crazy. It makes you sound insane. Come on, you must know how many commercial breaks air.
Yeah, it's about 3.
We have 1 advert break, 1 per half an hour of television.
It's the same as in Japan. Like you always can tell through the anime. The anime always pauses in the middle of it, and then
and you can always tell with American shows where there's like obvious jokes before they cut to commercials, and then it goes black, and like you're in the middle of a scene, and then it just goes black, and then they're back in the scene, and the previous line of dialogue is just like re-spoken. And like I'm so used to that, I don't even question it anymore. But if that happened in like a movie, can you imagine? It would be crazy.
Oh my gosh, that would be making a lot of money though. If it happened during the movie.
Oh, what if they actually put the adverts on as well? Wow, no, people would rage so bad. I had this idea from a guildie of mine, right? That at cinemas, everyone should have a little button on their chair called the pause button. And if the majority of people in the audience have pressed the pause button, it puts the movie on pause. And that lets people, democratically decide when they want to go up and have a piss. And then you can all come back and then unpause the movie.
No. You guys have to go out, use the restroom
if it's
before
the majority
you come
of people.
back into the movie. No. Don't buy juice then. Don't buy a big old drink and slug it down if you're going to have to piss halfway through the movie. No.
What about this, okay? You know where they project to where the screen is, okay, and you're watching the movie? Like at the back, above the seats in the back of the room. What if the toilets to the cinema were up there? So when you were having your pee at your urinal, sorry ladies, this probably wouldn't work for you, you're looking through one-way glass back into the room at the cinema. So you're still watching the movie while you're having your whittle.
What about the sound?
Well, maybe you can have headphones for the sound.
You might as well just have a TV, right?
Do you know what a catheter is? Yeah?
No.
It's like a bag.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What if they just gave you those in the cinema? Not scared of needles? Boom, there you go.
Oh, my God.
Apparently they're called stadium buddies, which is just amazing to me.
Yeah, I'm good. And you mentioned a stadium, and I was just watching a video yesterday about how it's made, and I was watching hot dogs.
Okay, right.
And
Isn't that
like
nasty
showing
as all hell?
Yeah, a little bit. So they take leftovers of chicken and pig, the stuff that they don't use, and beef as well, and they just kind of grind it all up into this sludge, and you see it like just pour out like
I'm sorry, you said a little bit. This sounds rank.
You see it pour out, kind of like don't you know when you go to one of those corner stores and you try to get like a soft serve of chocolate ice cream?
Right.
Imagine that, but a little bit milkier. That's how it's like. That's what it turns into, and it's just poured out.
Wait, what color is it?
It's kind of like chocolate color, a little pale, a little bit pale chocolate, and then they just put it into these casings, and it goes through this process of being attached to each other. Like the machines pretty much ties all of it by 3.5 inches, like constantly, like really quickly, and
Like
it's just
it's
constantly
spinning,
pouring out. Yeah, and they're putting it into casings, and then they cook it and spray it with smoke flavor and all this stuff, and then it just gets packaged like that, and it's just like I don't know if I'm okay with eating hot dogs anymore.
Yeah. So when did you watch this?
Yesterday.
Okay. When do you think your next hot dog will be?
Give me a couple months. I'll probably get a hot dog after I forget about it. When I see one on a hot dog stand, a really good hot dog stand, I might go to it and get me a nice big sausage.
How common are hot dog stands in the US? Like when in your life are you? I have only seen a hot dog stand in one place in my entire hometown, my entire life, and that's at the ice rink when I went to watch a hockey game. There was a hot dog stand there. Otherwise, I never see them.
It's more where you go. Like it depends in what state you're in. Like in New York, you see a lot of hot dog stands and a lot of stands that give you like just drinks and stuff like that, especially ice cold coconut. So they will take a coconut, rip it open, cut it open at the top, and you can choose to keep the flesh inside, and then they put like a little straw.
Oh, that stuff's delicious.
Yeah, you put the straw, and then boom, like you're drinking fresh coconut water, and it's
I had that
so
at Dubai.
good, so good. I've never tasted coconut water that good before, and I'll never forget it, especially on a hot summer day.
Yeah, it's boiling hot out. Yeah. The only time I ever had it was when I was at Dubai, and obviously it's a giant friggin' desert. It was boiling hot, and the thing is, what surprised me about it is like the coconut itself felt kind of cold, but like it's got a bit of hair on it or whatever. It's like it's not that cold, and then you drink and you realize the stuff inside is ice cold. Like it is so cold, it's delicious. Most refreshing thing I think you can have on the planet.
You ever tried the green ones? That's mostly what they've served up is the green ones.
I really can't remember what it was I had. I think I only really had it the once, and that was it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The green ones without that brown fur. You don't be drinking out of a big hairy brown ball.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Not passing any judgments here on VisualWood. Okay.
So I never told you about the adventures I've had. I've always mentioned like Super Bunny Hop, right? George Weedman, and because we, like every now and then we'll go out get something to eat or something, like just me and him, and sometimes we'll have like a day at the house where we just play a bunch of games, and recently we played some Smash, but it always seems that something always happens every time we're out. Something always happens.
Right. Okay.
Every
the time you crashed the car.
So we wanted to try this new pizza place down like the time we crashed, basically. Yeah. So we were walking across the street and we caused a car crash right in front of us because George didn't want to speed up.
And he just walked on by as well, right? Like he didn't care. He just moved on.
We both walked on by. I was like, "Oh my gosh, we just caused a car crash." He's like, "It's okay. It's okay. We haven't." You know how he gets like real serious. Like, "No, it's okay, dude. It's okay." And we just keep walking. But this time we were going to check out this pizza place, and it was very packed. Because we were running late. And it's it's one of those late night pizza places, but it's packed to the brim. Like people are standing up eating, and so we're like, okay, we'll just go to Mellow Mushroom instead, or the diner or whatever, back to where we live. So we'll walk on our way back. All of a sudden we hear, watch out, 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 right? This big black dude, right, with his hands behind his back, was running on the sidewalk. Right? So me and George are walking. He's coming up behind us, running, saying, "Watch out, watch out, watch out." And then there's this like waitress on the side as well. So we stopped by the waitress and moved out of the way, and we just see him run past us. And then me and the black girl, which is the waitress, look at his hands, and he was in handcuffs.
Really? What? No way. How
He's
could
like,
you
watch
tell
out,
that
watch
if
out,
he
watch
was...
out. He just runs past, like, fast. And then me and her look at it like, oh, no, that just happened. And George was like, they're just like, what? What happened? The guy was in handcuffs. He was like, what? So
No way. Did you see, like, police?
Yeah, and he ran, and there was, like, a bridge. And so he ran somewhere. We didn't know where he was, right? He was hiding somewhere. And there was a couple, like, white dudes out over sitting next to the corner, because it was like a community type setting. Okay, you know, they have a couple shops, they have a couple benches that you could sit down and chill.
Okay.
And you see the cop running down. The black cop comes up. Where'd he go? You see where he go? You see where he went?
Really? I can't believe I'm hearing this.
And I was just like, I think he went that way. And then he starts running. When he starts running across the bridge, the guy is under the bridge. He's hiding behind a bush. And I was like, oh, snap. So he runs under the bridge, and I'm like, yo, he's this way. He's this way.
No way! This just gets more ridiculous.
I said he's this way. The cop turns around, but like he didn't know which way. He was like, oh, should I come back? I don't know what he thought.
You best tell me he catches him now. Otherwise, this dude is like running free, and you're on his hit list, my friend.
Yeah, yeah. So they didn't catch that dude before he finds out where I live, because that that happens only in the movies. I don't know. The police started coming. They started searching for him. We took the long way home just in case we ran into him again, and I was not gonna run into him. No way. This guy was this big that me and George would not be able to take him by ourselves. Okay,
but he was in handcuffs.
It don't matter.
Oh yeah, I guess he could.
He still has his
I'm imagining him like a giant football player or something, and he could just sort of charge you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he will just sit down on the floor and put the handcuffs over his legs, and he'll just have it in his hands, so he can still punch you with both hands. I mean,
dude, what if he's a VisualWood fan, and now you've just revealed this to the internet? What if his friend's a VisualWood fan? And now he knows who you are. I've probed you in previous episodes about where you live, how to see your apartment from outside. All you got to do is piece that stuff together. You're in danger. I would cut this whole section out.
Right. So, my security is just going to let this guy in.
Dude, you talked about your security guy before as well. Like, he doesn't sound like he's all that.
Yeah, man, he's a super chill guy. He's not gonna. No one let.
Super chill guy is not a word I'd like in my security guard. I'd want big buff.
He's huge though. Like, the guy is huge. He's like the only huge security guard that we have.
Okay, all right. The prison guy in handcuffs versus your security guard.
Absolutely, my security guy will win.
Really? What about no handcuffs?
He's taller than him. He's way taller than him.
Well, what if he does judo and he uses his opponent's weight against him because he knows all these wicked sick flips?
I highly doubt that.
All right, but no handcuffs then. Fair fight between the two of them.
Oh, I don't know, dude.
Oh, really? We may have a show here.
Yeah, it might be a show. It depends.
Set up a video camera at your atrium. We'll find the guy and we'll use you as bait to bring him in. It will be the greatest YouTube video you've ever done.
Uh-huh. So,
or maybe more like a live leak video, because YouTube wouldn't like it.
Right, because that will happen. I wouldn't get kicked out of my apartments. Where all these, we have
he doesn't have to know.
Just we have a board for some reason in our building, like it's a community thing, a community board, and it's all white people. Okay, they would love to kick me out. Okay.
Oh, don't say that. Now you just
dude. The first day it's not a race thing. The first day that we came in, this white lady came with her entourage.
If it's not a race thing, you can't say white lady.
What?
No.
Dude, I can't say black lady. The black lady wouldn't do this type of stuff.
Just say lady.
This rich white lady came in with her entourage and was like, oh, you can't leave that door open. Like, we're moving in, so we need the door open to put the stuff in. She was like, you can't leave the door open. The AC is getting out. And she's like, I'm part of the board. And I'm like, do I care? Like, I don't care. I don't care who you are. Like, we just ignored her. Me and my wife just
I
kept
imagine
walking.
your real response was something more like this. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Hold
No,
on, I'll sort
no,
it.
it wasn't. I just ignored her. I looked at her and I just walked past.
Really? Dude, I'm learning all this stuff. What? Really?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not a
very
race thing.
proper.
She would probably love to kick me out. They get very annoyed when people don't come to the meetings and stuff. Like, why would I come to a meeting? I'm just here to live. Like,
It's because
I
it's the
don't
only
care.
power these people have in their lives. And that's the sad truth of it.
it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. So there we go. There goes VisualWood, guys. There goes VisualWood. Yeah.
There it goes. Goodbye. Just
everything-
like season 9 of Scrubs. Woo. What does that give us? 10 episodes? How many episodes? I guess they did a full season, right? I think we
10
need like
episodes
a
until we
woman
get
on the
cancelled?
podcast now because they changed JD into a girl, right? And if we really want to, match their stunning example, then we should probably do that.
So I'm assuming you would get a sex change?
Well, I could just talk like this the whole time.
No.
everybody.
You would have to. You have to show the before and after pictures, though.
Okay. Could that just constitute me putting on a wig, makeup, bit of eyeliner, blusher?
I would be
blushes,
okay
I
with
think?
that. Just send me a picture.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You just want to see me in drag, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
The
we'll see
the
how
first
that
impression of winning potatoes
is me in drag.
is you a drag.
I've kind of been thinking, because my hairline's been receding for so long, I kind of just like want to shave it off, and then when I finally do like face cam stuff, just have this thing where I'm always wearing a different wig. Like, do like enough things where I show that I'm proud of my baldness, and totally be fine with it. But then have this thing where you wear all these different wigs. Because I think wigs are pretty cool. As long as it's not like you're hiding. What do you think? Dead silence and then a laugh. You don't like my idea.
Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the VisualWood
Podcast. The VisualWood
VisualWood
Podcast, episode 1.
podcast.
Where we pad it out with stuff. About... I'm sorry.
We will see you guys in the next episode if we're still on the air.
Doo-doo. Oh, do I have a catchphrase still? Like, now that we're on SoundCloud, do I?
I don't know if we have a. Do you have a catchphrase?
I kind of like the doo-doo. I could buy a xylophone and do that thing like in a supermarket where they come through the loudspeaker and they're like, will the owner of a 1995 black LeSabre please report to reception because you're being towed. And then it goes doo-doo. Buick LeSabre, that's the one.
Amazing.
All right.